The walkability project that we are embracing is very important to the people of the territory, and not just the older generation, but we have to start bringing our children and our loved one into the picture. Walk with us, talk with us. Let's see not only what we do in terms of walking, but what we do in terms of eating and how it makes a difference in our lives. Much like the mainland United States, the Virgin Islands faces an epidemic of chronic diseases associated with sedentary lifestyles. Let's make a difference. The Department of Health encourages you to join us in walking at least 30 minutes each day. It reduces risk for cardiovascular diseases, obesity, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, dementia, and even cancer. Not only do we want you to embrace this initiative, but we want you to be safe during those daily 30-minute walks.
When I was a kid, I used to be dropped off at Centerline Road, which is the main road, and I think I walked about a mile up a hill to my home every day with a backpack on my back. Kept us in shape. So that's one of the things that we don't see as much because we have cars. In 2017, the USVI partnered with the CDC to host a Walkability Institute, which convened a great interdisciplinary group. And the group studied the elements of the healthy community design and encouraged people to walk, not just for exercise, but as part of their daily lives. The group also focused on how to create these kinds of settings for residents and visitors to the Virgin Islands. In this discussion, 4 elements of a healthy community design was established. 1, mix of land uses or a variety of different kinds of businesses and activities happening in close proximity to one another. Mixed areas means that there's a shorter distance between home, school, work, and shopping. Second one is a network of facilities for walking, bicycling, and transit. This means sidewalks, bicycle lanes, frequent and affordable transit are available. The third is areas are designed to be functional and inviting for all pedestrians, bicyclists, and you feel rewarded, not punished, for showing up without a car. The other is the environment is safe and accessible for pedestrians of all ages, abilities, and disabilities. This serves everyone, the visually impaired, the blind, and even those using assistive devices, as well as any parent pushing a stroller or someone pulling luggage. So in 2016, USVI in conjunction with CDC conducted an EPI-AIDS study. Key findings were 88.6% of the streets had no sidewalks, 78.2% of streets had no walkable destination, 46.7% of street length had no lighting, and only 48.8% of the street length had a bus stop present, and only 3.1% of the street length had mixed residential and commercial use.
But why is it worth making the effort? Improved health offers improved quality of life with less financial challenges. It leads to more economically robust and vibrant retail and mixed-use districts. More mixed and localized economies, such as neighborhood stores near housing, allows for easier access to critical goods and services immediately following a severe weather event.
Reduced dependence on motor vehicles can lead to less paved surface areas dedicated to roadways and parking, and reductions in impervious surfaces and stormwater runoff, especially during heavy rain events. Combined with more natural surfaces in transportation design, such as natural swales and rain gardens, this would aid with natural stormwater infiltration and reduces localized flooding.
Given the territory's vulnerability to severe weather events and sea level rise accompanying global warming, it is imperative to reduce the territory's contribution to greenhouse gas emissions through reduced vehicle use.
A transportation system that includes opportunities for pedestrians, cyclists, and public transit users will increase resilience by reducing dependence on motor vehicles and providing alternate travel options if roads become impassable to cars or fuel becomes limited. Designs to encourage more walking and cycling must reduce the number of vehicular and pedestrian fatalities, especially among vulnerable populations like children, the elderly, and low-income communities. This is a tremendous improvement in quality of life for all. The bottom line, active transportation and more walkable communities help create a healthier and more sustainable Virgin Islands now and in the future. And our children deserve nothing less.
So what do we do? Steps to building a more walkable, bikeable, and friendly territory. Step 1. What we can do is engage the community and find out what they want and what they need to make it safe and more inviting for walking. Second thing we can do is begin to utilize low-cost pop-up demonstration projects simply to try out new designs and build community support. These can be low-cost and even reversible, such as using paint for sidewalks and paint for crosswalks, temporary bollards, planters, and even Bay of Hales may be an example of creating such environments.
Step 3. Change the system. Tell your legislators you want complete streets in the USVI. The premise is simple. Every time we touch a road, we should take into account all users.
So when we're building a new road, or just fixing an old one, or repairing water pipes, maybe we also add a section of missing sidewalk, paint a bike lane, or create a bus pullout and shaded bus stop shelter.
Step 4. Build a network of non-motorized multi-use pathways for walking and bicycling. These can't just be recreational trails that you drive to a trailhead to access. These paths should connect homes to shopping, schools and parks, employment centers.
Step 5. Change development practices. All of the retail should not be in centralized clusters of big box stores and strip malls. Change the zoning and permitting to encourage, reward, and eventually require mixed development and creation of neighborhood retail and service clusters.
It will require pedestrian and bicycle-friendly design details, require bike parking and transit stops, include benches and shade trees and other attributes that make it appealing and functional for pedestrians of all ages.
No one element will make people walk, bike, and take transit more, but put these all together and we'll create a more livable territory with a healthier population, environment, and economy.
When I sorry about my brother and your James, man I shame for calling him. When I pray him for match, go pick from where they black, they match him with the dead man go. I sorry about my brother and your James, man I shame for calling him.